Hello.
Oh, hi.
What
Hi.
are you? You're reading?
Yeah, I was actually reading. I ship out in a few days, so I was just reading The Art of Strategy.
Okay.
In the military?
Yeah, so actually I'm a nuclear physicist for the Navy,
No.
so I do that in a few days.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How old are you?
I am 27. I look a little young. I'm not that young.
Yeah, you look young.
So where do you live?
So I'm actually in the Woodlands, Texas right now. Right down there by Houston. I'm about 30 minutes away from Houston, so I'm a little close.
Oh, nice. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Man, where do I start? I like martial arts a lot. I did a bit of pharmacy back when I was a little bit younger, about 2-3 years ago. I got certified at pharmacy around when I was 17. I didn't really do anything with it. I went to university for a while. I was getting like a business degree, so I have a bachelor's in business. And then I did pharmacy for a little while, for about 3 years, and then got bored. So I was like, let's go see what the military has to offer. Didn't do anything. I did my PICAT about a year ago. Got a 96 on that. It goes up to a 99. Got a 96. They offered me nuclear physics, and I was like, why the fuck not? So I went there, and now I ship out in a few days.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, best of luck as you ship out pineapples.
Damn. Why?
Because he literally didn't tell me any qualities about himself. He's just like, I made a 96 on this. I did this. And I feel like I did that at first too. But however, I need a man with some personality.
You felt that quick? You know you didn't have personality?
Yes, I'm really good at reading people.
Okay.
What it do? This is your brother Bishop of Bishop's on TV, and today we are here to talk about the nuclear physicist who's rejected by Miss Jaylee R. Now, disclaimer, I'm not here to bash black women. I am not here to bash Miss Jayla R. Is that how you say her name? Jaylee? Yeah, it don't matter. I'll say JR for reference. But I'm not here to bash Miss JR. I'm just here to give a different take on this topic. Because there's a lot of videos I've seen, and you know, some people are claiming that modern women don't value men like this brother here. Modern women are the problem. This is the proof in the pudding. And I'm here to say, well, you know what? Let's. You saw that clip, and the way I see it, from my perspective, there's not really anybody else. But if there is one person, I just had to put that blame on for getting pineapples. It would be the brother. It would be the nuclear physicist. Now you heard the brother's accolades. Look, man, the man studied pharmacy. He also studied to be an entrepreneur. He got bored with that. So he said, you know what? Let me join the military so I can study abroad and be a nuclear physicist. You know how rare it is in our community that you see a brother or a sister with the occupation of a nuclear physicist. That is very, very rare. Very rare. And right off the bat, I mean, the brother said he was in the Woodlands, Texas. And for those who are not familiar with Houston metropolitan area, the Woodlands is pretty white. It's pretty white. So I don't know if this is going to deter the brother from dating black women, but I mean, he got plenty of options to date non-black women in the Woodlands. By the way, I just put it out. But I feel like the brother is at fault to an extent. Now let me explain. He's at fault simply because he wasted his time with a woman that was not in his league. Now, what do I mean by that, Chuck? Well, he's in the NFL, and Miss JR is in pop. Now, this brother, again, is a nuclear physicist. This brother has a lot of value, just on the surface of him studying pharmacy, him being an entrepreneur, or studying to be an entrepreneur, and now a nuclear physicist. That's a 3 deadly combo right there. This is something that a lot of women, especially older women, talk about what they want or what they claim or what they think they want in a man. Again, I'm not bashing women. Just roll with me. This man is not sitting on the couch. This man doesn't have, I don't think, he didn't say he had different baby mamas. This man has accomplished things that majority of people, especially a majority of people in our community, have not achieved. And this sister said, look, he didn't have any personality. I didn't want him. And that's her right to have that opinion. If she feels as though this man does not have any personality whatsoever and all he had was his accolades, she has a right to turn him down. That is a right. I'm not one to bash her for that. I'm not one to bully her into thinking otherwise. I just think, look, she said he didn't have a personality. And I saw her response to the backlash that she's received on Cruise Season. Shout out to Cruise Season. Y'all go check their channel out. I might post a link to that channel. And I also saw a couple of sisters by the name of Chasing Yancey and B Taylor TV interviewing her to figure out just, like, why did you reject him? And see, this woman, JR, she's actually a savior. She's a saint. I love this one because she, by her displaying who she is to this young man, she saved him. She saved him from possibly resenting her in the future. Had that pursued any further. See, he dodged a bullet. Because it is no way in hell should a nuclear physicist, a man of his accolades, should be in company with a woman like that. Now, I'm not disrespecting the woman. Hear me out. But it's obvious they're not compatible. This brother should be getting with someone, preferably a sister. There's sisters out there that are in that position too. It's just not that common. But he should be getting with a sister who has a high IQ and has something more to offer than her physical attributes. I'm not saying that Miss JR doesn't have anything to offer besides looks. And she's a very attractive young lady. She's a very attractive woman. But if you look at the response, if you look at that interview on Cruise Season, it's obvious they're not on the same wavelength. They're not compatible. This brother is highly intelligent. And that's why I blame him, because when he went on that show, and you already know the setup of that show, he's pretty much a court jester. And she's like the queen. Entertain me. Don't bore me. Oh, you're a nuclear physicist. Off with this dick. That's basically what she did. But he should have known better, brother. You are the prize. I'm just saying you are the prize, because what does she have to offer? If just look at that Cruise Season. I'm gonna put a link. Just look at the way she talks. All she has to offer is what? Vagina and go-karts? Because she said, look, I want a man I can have fun with and shit. Ride go-karts. Go-karts. She's 23 years old. And she has a right to want to drive go-karts, suck on cotton candy, go on thrill rides, go on carousels, go to zoos if she want. If she want to go to zoos and lollipops and gumdrops, let her have that. But I'm telling you, brother, nuclear physicist, You were going to get bored with her real quick after fucking. After you had sex, you would realize in between time, y'all are not compatible with each other. You could just listen to him. I mean, this brother was just reading a book. Now, maybe he could have been fronting with that one. It's like, oh, you just happen to be reading a book, knowing you was about to go on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, brother, come on. Strategy of War, Art of Strategy. Good book, by the way. But I'm just saying though, this brother, and I'm surprised she even knew that he was in the military. So I give her that. But sometimes in life, and I think this is a major problem with how we view relationships, specifically in America, is that we will get with someone based solely off the fact that we find them attractive. Don't have nothing else in common. Could care less about a person's likes, wants, beliefs, spirituality. We could care less about that. We just know that what we see in front of us looks good, and we think that we deserve to be in a relationship with that person. And that's a big reason why a lot of relationships don't last in this country, in society. It's because you never were compatible with each other to begin with. And me personally, I had to find these things out the hard way. I had to find them out the hard way. Before my wife, my ex before my wife, I pretty much got into their relationship. And it wasn't solely for that, but largely based off the fact that I found her attractive. I ignored certain signs and said, well, you know what, she look good. She finds me attractive. I find her attractive. So let's just get with each other and see where it goes. Even when I gave her, at that time, I had like a 2-month rule. Like if I vibe with someone for 2 months, then we decide to escalate to a relationship, then let's so be it. But I ignored certain signs. Now I'm not saying my ex didn't have anything to offer outside of her physical traits. However, we were not compatible enough. And I just said, you know what? It'll grow. It will grow eventually. And I was in my 20s around this time. It will grow, and it never did grow because we didn't have a strong companionship. We were just not meant to be with each other. And that's how a lot of relationships start off, and people wonder why it went wrong. Because we have this entitlement to believe that it's supposed to work because we got with each other, while ignoring the fact that, well, what do we do with each other outside of sex? How do we talk to each other outside of sex? And I had to find that out the hard way. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, this is why I'm pushing the quote unquote blame on the brother, because like I said, the brother is a rare species in a community. And if he understands his status, he understands where he stands in that community, then he wouldn't go down just based off the fact that he thinks this woman is attractive. But see, when I was in a relationship with my ex, I would try to push certain conversations that I knew deep in my mind she was not prepared to have these conversations, because she just wasn't, me and her wasn't on the same level. I'm more of a philosophical type of brother. I like to have deep conversations about certain different topics outside of what you see on a superficial level. She's not that type of person. She's satisfied with watching reality TV, which, at that time, it was like Flavor of Love and stuff like that. That we shared certain commonalities in that, as far as I used to clown stuff like that. She would laugh, blah, 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 blah. But when it came down to the meat of the subject, conversations about race, different cultures outside of America, she was not interested in stuff like that. And it was signs that I just ignored, instead of saying, you know what? Yeah, let's see other people. I remember it was times where, because she was a really devout Christian. she was big on Christianity. And, you know, around this time, I was done with organized religion. I'm not into religion, but that's another topic for another day. And I remember her like wanting to convert me into Christianity. She even got her mother involved, and you know, she was just always convinced, like, I'm gonna turn you into a Christian. I need to know that you're going to heaven when you die. Like you would know anyway. But anyway, so it was like these red flags that I ignored. And the straw that broke the camel's back was this conversation we was having. And I knew, I said, damn, why the hell am I in a relationship with this woman? Why am I in a relationship with her? And we was having a conversation about goddamn dinosaurs. I know, dinosaurs. We had a conversation about dinosaurs. And basically, her stance was she didn't believe in dinosaurs. She didn't believe dinosaurs existed. And I know she's not the only person out there who think like that. I know it's a lot of Negroes that probably follow me, or they look at this page, they probably feel the same way that she does. But she did not believe in dinosaurs because dinosaurs were not mentioned in the Bible, according to her. And I said, damn, you don't believe in dinosaurs because of the Bible? Well, what about the skeletons? What about all the things that they're finding all over the planet? So it's not in the Bible. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, well, god damn. And we had a big argument about the fact that she thought dinosaurs did not exist because they were not mentioned in the Bible. And that's when it hit me. Because prior to that, I had been begging her to have some deep ass conversations. I was pleading with her, like, come on, man, let's have a conversation outside of just what's on TV. And when she responded like that, and when we had a big argument about that, I knew right then and there, this ain't it. This is. And eventually, yeah, me and her broke up. Now it wasn't all the way because of that, but that was like, okay, that was in the back of my mind. Like, that was actually in the front of my mind. Like, yeah, I'm glad we are not together. We are not compatible. And a lot of people force relationships based off the fact that, hey, I find this person attractive and I should stick with it. And I felt like, hey, if she had entertained him long enough and said, you know what, I'm not going to do pineapple. I'm actually going to take the dude on his offer. Eventually, he would come to the realization that we are not compatible. And I think deep down inside, she knows that. She knows that I really don't have that much to offer this guy. That's why I'll talk to somebody who really ain't got his shit together. But because he got personality, I can rock with him. So that's what she said on Cruise Season channel. Is that, hey, later on in the show, I was talking to another guy. And he didn't have all those accolades. But he had a personality. And she's 23. So she's not mature enough to understand when there's a guy that has a lot of qualities that a lot of older women crave for and desire in a provider and a protector. So that's the angle I wanted to come with, basically. Like, I don't want to bash black women. I don't want to bash so-called modern women. I know it came off like I'm bashing her, but I'm just being honest. All she has to offer is pussy and go-karts. That's according to her. Now, she didn't say those words, but come on, y'all. Go-karts should not be the first thing that comes out your mouth when you thinking about qualities of a man. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully that brother finds a woman that values him for him. You know, just seek that sister in your lead, brother. And I hope Miss JR finds a man who likes to go to Mario Andretti in main event. And y'all have a good old time, you know, at Dave and Buster's. So with that said, hey, if you disagree, please leave me a comment. If you like, still leave me a comment. But don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all. And tell people about the channel, because my channel continues to grow. And I appreciate y'all for that. So until next time, holla.